Welcome to my channel. Story Learn English with stories. In old stories and legends, giants are beings that you don't want to be near. They are bad and want to eat you and so on. This story is about Jack, a boy who was strong and fearless. He became known as Jack the Giant Slayer, something he could be very proud of. Whether Jack was strong or smart, it didn't matter. Jack knew how to kill many giants. The first giant lived in Mont Saint-Michel in France. He was a very bad giant. He stole everything from the people in the area. The people had nothing left and had to continue living in poverty. Jack decided to put an end to the work of this giant. He dug a large pit. By covering it with straw and branches, you couldn't see that it was a trap. Jack lured the giant towards him and he fell into the big hole. The hole was so big that the giant could not possibly get out. This was the beginning of the fame that Jack received as a giant slayer. In England, there lived a giant named Blunderbore who heard the news about Jack. When the giant saw Jack sleeping against a fountain, he took him to his castle. At first, Jack didn't realize it, but he woke up and heard that the giant was going to pick up another giant. They were going to eat Jack together. But Jack had no intention of being eaten. He looked around the room and found 2 ropes that he used to lower himself out of the castle window. As soon as he saw the 2 giants coming, he used the ropes as lassos to catch them. He succeeded, and that was the end of 2 more giants. In the castle were the couple who originally owned the castle. They had been locked up the whole time. Jack gave them the castle back. And as a result, more and more people knew who Jack was and that he was the best giant slayer on earth. On his journey home, Jack met the son of King Arthur. He was on his way to Wales to rescue a beautiful lady from the clutches of an evil wizard. Jack decided to travel with him. The son was very generous and quickly gave away all the money he had. There was no money left to stay somewhere decent. But Jack had a plan. He knew that there was a giant living in a castle nearby. He would pay him a visit. When they arrived at the castle, he told the giant that the king was coming with 2,000 men to kill him. The giant was shocked. Jack realized that the giant could hide in his cellar. The king wouldn't be able to find him and would leave. Jack could then free him from the cellar. So he did. Jack brought the king, and they celebrated in the castle. Jack found the giant's treasure chest and gave all the gold and silver to the king. The king left, and Jack freed the giant from the cellar. The giant thanked Jack warmly and asked what he should give him as a reward. "Give me the coat and the hat, and the rusty sword and slippers that I saw lying somewhere," said Jack. "Take them with you," said the giant. "The coat will make you invisible, the hat will give you knowledge, the sword will cut through anything, and the slippers are of enormous speed." Jack accepted the gifts, thanked the giant, and then quickly caught up with the prince. A few days later, they arrived at the beautiful lady whom the prince wanted to rescue. She received the prince kindly, took out her handkerchief, and said, "My prince, tomorrow morning you must tell me from whom I got this handkerchief. Otherwise, you will die." The prince went to bed feeling sad, but Jack put on the hat that told him that the lady was under a spell by an evil wizard. Every night she met him in the forest. Jack followed her, invisible in his coat. There he used his sword to break her spell. The next day, the prince and the beautiful lady got married. They all went to the kingdom of King Arthur. There, because of his heroism, Jack was awarded as one of the Knights of the Round Table. And so, Jack had many more adventures. The king rewarded him with a large estate for all his brave deeds. Jack married the daughter of a duke and lived happily ever after.